Bet €10 with Boyle Sports today and get €30 in free bets. Cheltenham at Boyle Sports. Bring it on.
Joseph, you made an interesting point about staffing issues, and with the large yard you have, how difficult is it to get staff?
I suppose anyway, we're very lucky that we've managed to get some very good staff, and it's a huge asset to us. But it is difficult, and I suppose the racing industry on a whole is finding it tough to get staff, and that's the way the thing has gone recently.
And you would argue that it's a good way of life and that they're well remunerated as well.
Absolutely, yeah, but I suppose it comes from people are getting bigger and kids are getting stronger and taller, and I suppose the amount of people coming into the industry is probably slowing down a little bit, but that's the way things go, and but like I say, we're very lucky to have got some very good staff.
How is it split between Irish people and non-nationals?
We'll probably be there'll be more Irish people, I'd say, than non-nationals, but without the non-nationals, the racing industry would really be struggling, and I suppose it's the same across the world. So we're very lucky that we have managed to get some very good people, and we have some great people.
How do you find the non-nationals who come in to work?
Yeah, very good, top class, some very good riders, and very good people, and reliable. So listen, we're very lucky to have them.
Do you feel that Irish racing will become more reliant on non-Irish people going forward because of what you call a weights issue?
Maybe so. I suppose insofar as jockeys, the way the weights are at the minute, with Irish kids and people getting taller and stronger and obviously heavier as a result, you probably will find more and more people becoming jockeys, non-nationals, like in America, for example. So you're probably thinking down the road a nice bit, but listen, that's the way it looks like it might go.
You feel that the weights should increase, that jockeys don't have to slave to do the weights that they're doing?
Well, listen, obviously everybody knows that I had a lot of weight trouble, but there's so many jockeys all over the country having weight trouble, and I was very lucky that I was able to ride some very good horses, and I suppose there's an awful lot of people struggling the same as I struggle to ride lesser horses, and I think I do think that in the long run, it's definitely no disadvantage to anyone.
And give us an example of what one might have to do to make a weight in a race. You spoke about Dundalk, and to lose 7 or 8 pounds in a very short space of time.
Yeah, like you say, Dundalk this time of year for a flat jockey is probably the only time in the week they're going to be riding unless they're travelling, and like there's several jockeys going to Dundalk every weekend losing half a stone or more. There's a couple of days up to the race and doing it every week, every Friday. And they do it all summer, but I suppose like there's no disadvantage to horses carrying more weight in races, and it can only be an advantage to the people, the jockeys riding them, health wise and everything. So like I say, it's probably never going to happen, but I don't think it's an issue that has probably been discussed enough.
How might somebody lose half a stone in that space of time?
A lot of people have their own ways of doing it, but the most common is hot baths and saunas and sweatsuits and running. That's basically doing what they have to do to take the weight off.
And from your own experience, does it take it out of you physically and mentally?
Sure, it does. Like it's like anything. Doing it enough, it gets very repetitive, but unfortunately, that's part of the job, and it's been like that, and it probably will always be like that.